99.99% of politics to the power of your uncle's ass cheeks is useless. Completely useless, because they don't actually run the world. It's the rich people, which at some point, as I grow older and older, I realize, that makes sense. I guess they do control elections. That's why I just thought politics was it's a joke. To me, it's a joke. When people are interviewing congressmen and congresswomen and, president-elects and candidates, it doesn't matter. I generally don't think they speak their own mind. They're just controlled by the money. But Nicholas J. Fuentes, who I used to not be able to escape. I couldn't go a single Instagram reel scroll without seeing someone clipping him, like, no way, Nick Fuentes said this? He accumulated an actual army, which is kind of sick, but also kind of scary, but also really cool at the same time. But I do respect that this man openly said this week that he apologizes for saying so much good about Trump, for endorsing Trump, because in his opinion, he's like, you know what? I hate the guy now.
Now, I hopped off the Trump train a year ago, at least. I've been critical for many, many years, but last year is when I said, I'm out. I can't vote for it.
I can openly admit that I built this army of guys that would just meat ride the soul out of him. And now he was man enough, willing enough to go out there and apologize and say, I was wrong. I actually don't like the guy. And I'm not pro-Trump or pro-anything. I'm just, because, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But for a guy that built up all this whole audience, all this money from them, because they love Trump, they love him, for him to, he could have just kept, his mouth shut and just kept, talking good about Trump, something that he doesn't even agree with, just to make more and more money. But it was a good move. It was a good, honest move. TikTok pranksters are the worst people on planet Earth. I think they genuinely might be the scum of the earth. And you could say, it's not even funny. The people that, will purposely say, the craziest stuff or go up to random people, or the ones that go up to, Walmart workers and just, ruin their day. It's just, you got them. And then the worst part is because they're sponsored by, RainBet and all these random, gambling sites that go, oh, RainBet. And I'm like, I just want to crawl through the screen and snap their necks in half, really, really, really badly. It's not even funny. The ones especially that go into stores with these workers that don't want to be working there already, they don't want to be working at Home Depot right now. They've already worked their ass off all day. They're tired. They don't want to deal with some guy with the meta glasses on that goes, wait, and then saying the craziest thing possible. Oh, got you. Oh, you got them. And it irks my actual soul. Or the Lenny Miller guy. Oh, that's Lenny Miller. I guess he just goes up to a woman and just says why are you wearing that? Why do you look like you're naked? Don't you respect yourself? Got him there. You got him there. And I'm not saying, trust me, I am no white knight. I'm not hey, don't say that to women. Don't do that. Oh, trust me, I've done some things in my time which is not proud of, but this guy is just and then just pack draw though. Look at this rain bet. They get your attention with saying something absolutely absurd, and then just please, it's not worth it. It's not worth the money you can get from those other gambling companies. Kind of badass. Underdog, DraftKings, kind of sick, but those that just encourage you to just go out there and get views by just saying whatever possible. Those TikTok pranksters, there's a special place in hell. Klay Thompson is the GOAT of all GOATs. Going through a pretty public and rough breakup today. And most people that go through these really public breakups either hide or they just go I cannot believe it. I wish the best to her. It wasn't her, it was me. All this stuff. What does Klay Thompson do? Go on his boat. Just start driving his boat around, relax, listen to Lil Uzi, and just dancing. He didn't let it affect him. And I was like, you know what? Maybe we all can be Klay Thompson in a weird way if we ever go through a breakup. Because he didn't come out and talk about it. Just went on his boat like he normally does every single year. That's what he was known for. That's his favorite thing. His favorite thing is getting his dog, going on his boat, and just driving it. And he's like, you know what? Even though I just broke up with a very high profile artist, rapper, Megan Thee Stallion, just didn't even let it affect him. And I was like, you know what? That's probably the most badass way to go through a breakup. Just do exactly what you were doing and what you love to do before you were in that relationship and after, even the day after the relationship relationship. I love you, Klay. You might be kind of ass cheeks now and washed in the NBA, but you're a 4-time NBA champion for a reason. Now I see why you have all the confidence and you have a good mentality. The Mike Vrabel drama just keeps on coming, right? It just doesn't stop. So again, Mike Vrabel, head coach of the Patriots, basically cheating on his wife with an NFL news reporter named Diana Rossini, and it just keeps going, and it keeps getting more and more exposed. And I'm like, we get it. People cheat all the time, though. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, great for him, but I'm also saying like the guy's going through a rough patch. Like, you were seeing at the NFL draft 2 days ago, he just like, hey man, Mike Vrabel here, head coach of the Patriots. You can just see this, the soul has just left his body. And then the new things come out. Apparently the girl, the NFL reporter that cheated on with him, named her kid Michael. Like, it's like after Mike Vrabel. That is, if that's actually true, I mean, I know that's actually impressively like balls to the wall, don't even care. And apparently she's tweeted about Mike Vrabel more than she's tweeted about her own husband and kid combined. It just gets worse. But at the same time, people do make some dumb mistakes. Things happen. She lost her job over it, and I don't know if he'll lose his job because he kind of did put on an absolute beautiful performance and got his team to the Super Bowl. They got slapped in the ass, sure, but they still made it to the Super Bowl, so I don't think Mike will lose his job. But can we just like, let's just let this, it's okay. We can let this go now. There's bigger stories out there. We don't have to, I'm not trying to defend a cheater, but really, like, people make mistakes. Hey, people make mistakes. So what is wrong with Chipotle? Because the stock, again, today, just went, just keeps crashing. Why does no one eat Chipotle? And why is all my money in Chipotle stock and it's never going to come out? Because, well, newsflash, the food is the same level of quality. The price goes up and they give you rations like you're in World War 45, and they're just like, yeah, one's, and the price, it's almost like it's like $78 for 3 grains of rice, and it hasn't gotten better, hasn't changed. Price goes up. I just don't understand how a company that was this big, this great of idea, just didn't fix anything. Didn't lower, like, you could easily lower prices because you give them nothing, you give them rations. Like, my fat ass, every time I go to Chipotle, I'm still hungry. Maybe that's definitely a me problem, for sure, but it's like $18 for nothing. And I just hope and pray every single day that Chipotle stock can finally go up so I can just get rid of it and dump it and never buy it again. So please, man, if you just love Chipotle, man, just maybe go there, maybe show some love. Because I'm a part owner. Yeah, there's genuinely people out there that invest in stocks and call themselves a part owner when they put like $100 in it. That's what I just did. I don't have that much money in it, but I don't have that much money anyways. But I literally feel like I'm a part owner of Chipotle when I'm like, hey guys, you should go eat there so I can sell it and I can have my money back. Please, because, trying to start this company is not cheap. Tip of the day: don't let people talk about burnout and burnout this, burnout this. Just take a day off. Take a day off. I guess not of work, obviously, but like a Saturday or a Sunday, literally just stare at the wall and don't do anything. Be an absolute brain rot fat ass if you have to. If you're going after a dream or a side passion or a side hobby, take one day off and just reset. Because I never really believed in burnout. I thought it was like fake. I thought burnout was like an excuse for like lazy fat ass losers, but I get it now. Sometimes when I'm like working on this website or like making videos, I'm like, wow, there's nothing I'd rather do than not film this. And I took one day off to not even look at my phone, and I'm like, I want to go at this 10 times harder now. You need a day of like absolute Instagram reel doom scrolling or whatever you want to do, and just not touching it, not working, to reset. You do not have to feel bad for one singular day off.